Hi guys, I'm Lily and I am a part of LHS Theater. This year we are doing Aladdin for our spring musical. I am a part of cast and crew. I am the crew head for hair and makeup, so I designed all the makeup looks and hair looks. Crew and cast have been working really hard to get this performance perfect for you guys and ready to be put on show. Our show dates are from Thursday through Saturday at 7 and then Sunday at 2 p.m. So be there, be square, and I'm so excited to show you guys what we have done.
Good afternoon, LHS, and welcome back to another exciting edition of The Friday Show. You just saw our opening with the theater kids. I hope you guys break a leg this weekend. Now, before we start the show, I do want to go over a couple of things. All throughout the month of February, we started each Friday show with an opening graphic and some B-roll of some famous African-American people that have done some amazing things throughout history. We wanted to honor and highlight each of those every week on the show. This month is a little bit different. This month is March Disability Awareness Month. And instead of going with graphics and reaching out to people in the outside world, we're looking at inside of Lowell High School. So for the next month, or for the next few weeks in March, we're gonna get to know some of our very special students here at Lowell High School. We're gonna learn all about their interests, their hobbies, their goals, and more importantly, they're gonna teach us something about themselves and something that they hope we can take with us for the rest of our lives. I hope you guys enjoy not only this edition of the Friday Show, but all of them throughout the month of March. To kick things off, we're gonna introduce some of our new staff members. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Art Padilla. I'm a senior at Lowell High School. Next year, I'll be blessed in Crown Point. I love cooking. And as an adult, I will be a chef in a fashion restaurant.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Martin. I am a senior at Lowell High School. Next year, I'm going to Erskine Green College in Bloomington. I love cooking. I also love movies. As an adult, I want to work concessions at a movie theater.
Hi, I'm Danica Ritchie. I'm a freshman at Lowell High School. I love animals. I love dogs. And when I grow up, I want to work at an animal shelter.
Hi, I'm Haley Trisner. I'm a freshman at Lowell High School. I love exotic animals, and after high school, I wanted to work at a pet shop.
Hi, my name is Noah Jacobson. I love to eat out at Texas Roadhouse. And while I'm at school, I'm gonna work as a busboy.
Hi, I'm Darian Dancrow. I'm 10th grade. I love the library. I work on the library.
Hi, I'm Lily. And I'm Liv. And today we are going to be making sugar-coated fruits. So what you're going to need is sugar, water, a pot to put on your stove, and some fruit of your preference. Okay, let's get started. First, you're going to want to cut up your fruit into nice bite-sized pieces. Next, you're going to pour 2 cups of sugar into a pot over the stove. Next, you're going to add 1 cup of water to the sugar. Then turn the stove on to medium-high heat and stir lightly till the sugar turns to golden brown. Then you're going to put the fruit onto skewers. Then after a few minutes of light stirring, your sugar-water mixture should start to look like this. You can then dip your fruit in it, and then after a little bit, you put your fruit into the freezer for about 5 minutes and wait for them to cool down. Now that they're cooled down, they should look like this, and you are ready to eat them.
Alright, so this is kind of how they're going to turn out. If you want a thicker coating of the sugar, just roll it longer. Lily's going to try the banana, and then I'm going to try the apple. Oh my gosh.
I don't like that I'm chewing with my mouth open. I think they're pretty bomb.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
10 out of 10.
Alright guys, thanks for watching.
Bye!
Hey guys, today I will be talking about Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time came out on the Nintendo 64 in 1998. This was the first 3D Zelda game that Nintendo had published and is one of the most popular games with Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess. The game begins as a young child in the Kokiri Forest after the Great Deku Tree summons you. After obtaining the 3 stones, you can finally open the door of time and pull the Master Sword out of its resting spot, transforming you into an adult. After Link pulls the sword, Hyrule is in much ruin after Ganon invades it. As an adult, you must travel across Hyrule and find the 5 hidden temples and the 6 hidden stages. After you find the hidden stages, you can finally face Ganon and put him out of his misery. Overall, this game is fun, and I highly recommend it, a 10 out of 10. A great adventure, great open world to explore. But don't worry if you have no system to play it on. It's available on the Nintendo, GameCube, the 3DS, the Wii, the Wii U, on almost any Nintendo console up to this day besides the Switch. This has been Ethan reviewing Ocarina of Time. I'm signing off.
I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. I've wasted my nights, you turn out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time when we called it love. But even the sun sets in paradise. I'm out of pain. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby. Here's my number. I'm out of pain, trying to call home all of my change I spent on you. Where have the times gone, baby? It's all wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? If happy ever after did exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those fairy tales are full of it. One more stupid love song, I'll be sick.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John, and this is my partner Ben, and welcome back to Conspiracy Theory Hour, where we give you the hottest conspiracy theories in a fraction of a minute. Our first conspiracy theory is that the Mr. McQueen is indeed a reptoid, and we have a person that we're going to interview that has witnessed this, and that myself has also witnessed this. Send us to the clip, Johnny.
So, Brandon, I heard that you had an encounter with one of Mr. Queen's reptoid elders. Would you like to tell me what happened and how it made you feel?
Yes, I would. I was walking down the hall when I saw Mr. Clinton in the distance. He was kind of weird, walking funny sort of. I called up to him, walked up to him. He turned to me, he had these great big reptilian eyes. He said, hiss, and he had a tongue. Very scary, and I was very incredible.
Thank you for telling us about that very scary encounter.
So Ben, I have an understanding that you actually have an encounter with Reptoid McClendon, as we so passionately call him.
Yes, I do.
Good. Alright, so I was walking into the studio because I had to do some work for my class, and I saw Mr. McQueen standing in the middle of the studio, not moving at all, with his back to me. I remember. So I walked up to him and asked if he was okay, and he turned around very slowly, like something was wrong. His eyes were like green, and I was very scared, so I walked out, not knowing what to do, and I still haven't, this is the first time I've talked about it other than just myself. I'm still scared to this day.
That's some truly stuff, you know. I always thought he was a bit reptilian like, the green skin and all. I don't know about you true believers, but I think this conspiracy is all but confirmed. Alright folks, that's all for this one. So keep your distance from that McClellan fella, because you never know it's real. Thank you for tuning in, true believers. Catch you next time.
Hi, my name is Brendan, and welcome to The Couch. Today I will be explaining to you how to play chess. Chess is a simple board game that looks like this. Those are all the pieces and whatnot, and these are what those pieces do. The pawn is simple and complicated at the same time. It moves 2 spaces on its first turn, can move 1 space after its first turn, and it can attack diagonally. If one pawn reaches the opposite side of a board, it can transform into a different piece like a knight or a rook. Next up is the knight. The knight moves weird. It moves in an L shape and can hop over pieces, which no other piece can do. No other piece can hop over any other piece. So the knight is unique in that way, though it does move very weird and the movement is limited. Next up is the bishop. The bishop moves diagonally as far as it can reach. It can go from one corner to the other and is useful if you want to attack your enemy from a weird angle. The rook is like the bishop, but instead of vertically, it moves horizontally. This means it is better than the bishop because it is easier to attack horizontally and also to defend horizontally, and rooks are the easiest way to get a checkmate. We'll get into that later. Next up is the queen. The queen moves like the rook and the bishop combined, diagonally and horizontally. This makes it the best piece on the board. It is the most useful, and you only get 1, so you don't want it to be taken. Next up is the king. The king is pretty useless, but it's supposed to be. It moves 1 space in any direction, and your goal is to checkmate the other king before yours gets checkmated. To get checkmated is essentially to be put in check without being able to move. And to be put in check is to be in a way where your king could be taken, but the king can't be taken because it just can't be taken. But it could be taken, and it has to move out of the way. That's check. So if there is a rook attacking a king, and it can move out of the way, that's check. But if there are 2 rooks attacking a king in a way, that means it cannot move anywhere. That is checkmate, and the checkmated king loses. It's simple enough, but sometimes is hard to do. You can also do this with bishops. You can do this with even pawns, a king and a knight. You can do this with a wide variety of combinations of pieces. So try things out. Try, just get used to the game, play the game a lot, try new things. I recommend playing it on chess.com. It's free, it's easy.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be comparing 2 of the greatest movies of all time, Bill and Ted 1 and Bill and Ted 2. I personally think the first movie is better.
I personally think the second is way better.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is the first movie about 2 teens chasing the dream of one day making a song that will save the world. With the history report due in just one day, they end up asking people questions about history in the parking lot of a supermarket.
Excuse me, when did the Mongols rule China?
I don't know, I just work here.
That's when a phone booth falls out of the sky where they are visited by their future selves and a man named Rufus. They are told to go in the phone booth and it sends them back in time to visit historic people that need to be mentioned in their report. They bring these figures back and use them for their history report.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey is a sequel to the first one, but this one is very different. Instead of going back in time, the iconic duo dies and comes back to life to fight evil robot version of themselves.
Everybody, Say hello to Station's creation, Good Robot Bill and Ted! Dude, we may have met our match. Kudos to you, good humanusses. Catch you later, Bill and Ted. Catch you later, Bill and Ted.
I think the second one is much better than the first one. How different it is to the first. With them doing things other than time traveling, it explores way more possibilities in the Bill and Ted universe than the first one.
I think the first Bill and Ted is 100% better than the second because it is just such a classic movie. You can never beat the original. The second movie, it's good, but it's really cheesy. All the stuff with them coming back to life is just too much in my opinion. All right, interview time. Have you seen Bill and Ted 1 and or 2?
Yes.
Which one is better?
I think the first one is.
Have you seen Bill and Ted 1 or 2?
No.
Which one do you like better?
Neither. I've never seen any one.
Have you seen Bill and Ted 1 or 2?
You know what, guys? I've seen both. I've seen both. I think they're both pretty good. Obviously, the first one kind of captures that nostalgia. The dude, the what's up, whatever.
Exactly.
Here's the problem, though. You guys are talking about 1 and 2. We're sleeping on the third one, which is hands down clearly the best. I mean, it just makes sense. You add it up 1, 2, you get 3. It's the best.
Welcome to On the Hunt with Luck. Today we're going to be learning about basic hunting. First things first, you need to know about hunting is you need a hunting license. You can purchase one of those at many retailers around your county, or you can get it through the mail online. Next, you're going to need a weapon to take down any animal you are hunting. There are that many different firearms and crossbows and bows that people use for hunting. Certain different kinds of hunting take different kinds of weapons, and the main 4, I would say, are a hunting shotgun, a hunting rifle, a crossbow, and a bow. Finally, but probably the most important thing, you're going to need hunting gear. Other than the camos, you're going to need calls, you're going to need bags, you're going to need ammo, you're going to need certain places to hunt, rules about hunting. So we'll cover those real quick. For calls, there are many different kinds of calls, but 2 basic ones, duck call and a goose call. Those are 2 simple calls that you will need to bump up the efficiency of your hunt. Many different hunts require blinds or stands. So for example, a deer stand puts you high up in a tree. Some of them hold 1 person or multiple people. It will put you at that high point of an advantage so you can see your deer. There are many different kinds of hunters. Some people only hunt certain things, and others just hunt more of a variety. Some people use their animals that they shoot only for mounts and like trophies. Others use the meat, and some are variety.
So, I'm going to make an egg sandwich. What are you gonna need? Let's look at my fridge and find out what we're gonna need. First, we're going to need eggs. There. Some cheese. Oh god. Now, you can add bacon, of course. We're gonna need bread. So you're gonna need one of these pans. I don't have anything bigger, but it's gonna work anyway. Now you're gonna need some butter. Let's actually turn this on. There we go. Okay. So, butter. I actually don't know how much you're gonna add. Get a knife. Butter. Add a little bit of butter. A little bit. Let me just show you. So because I'm going to be using this fancy bread rolls, you're going to need not one, but 2 eggs. Oh god, stay. You need 1 slice of cheese because that's all you're going to need. Bacon, again, is optional, but I'm going to use it. Salt. Can't forget the salt. This one's fancy as well. Take your cheese. You're going to tear it in half and put it lengthwise, like so. Again, because I'm using fancy cheese, you're going to have to do this. Of course, you could use normal bread, but I'm using fancy bread, so deal with it. It's okay if the yolk breaks, I'm actually going to break them anyway. Come on. Come on. There we go. Again, like I just said, it's okay if the yolk breaks. I was going to do one more. Going to take your salt. Make a little bit more. And just let that. Now you're going to try and put that. I'm going to use this. Now, like I said, I'm going to pop the yolk because I don't want the yolk to be running. Now, for your bread, you're going to just want to put it in there. I'm going to take this up. So my mom doesn't get mad at me. Alright. Take your bread. Just set it in for 30 seconds and let that cheese get nice and melty. Now you're going to add your egg to the sandwich. And voila. So you're going to take your bacon. I got scissors because mine are too big. So I'm going to cut it up. If this will cut. There we go. And just wait for that nice bacon smell and leave it on for 5 minutes. 5 minutes and we will all be good. Just quickly put it on. Doesn't matter where they go, just put them on. You can see they kind of reduced in size, but all in all, I'd say this is going to be a pretty good sandwich.